Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. MersLess Ones here, back with another Bleach Brave Souls video, and in this one we're going to take a look at the new Burn the Witch Swimsuit Ninny 5 out of 5 Max Transcendence. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 600 subscribers. Also, if you would like to further support me in the channel, you can do so by becoming a channel member. And yes, so now with all that being said, let us go ahead and get started. So first things first, I won't go into this character too much in detail because I pretty much did in her initial showcase, and I pretty much showed her off in 1 out of 5 T20 and Nightmare Difficulty Guild Quest. So just to take a look, her Transcendence slot levels, the SP, focus, and attack are at level 13. I just pretty much left the stamina and defense here at level 10. And then as you can see, I have the 3-star SP here in the last slots. Her link levels are going to be T22 because these are the max levels I can currently get them to. Also, I can get all of my characters to a max level of 421, as you can see right there. And so, since with the introduction of the new EX skills from the 10th anniversary, this does increase depending on the amount of dupes you have. So you can just pretty much see with only one. If you've only pulled the character once, you'll be getting 18% devastation, but just depending on how many dupes you put into this unit, you get the devastation to be increased with a max of being 30%, as you can see here. Anything else to make note of? I don't think there's pretty much it. I mean, I guess we can take a look at some of the attribute power-up stuff in here again, I guess, just because. If we just take a look at the Berserker here, the attribute power-up is going to give me 4% extra Berserker there. Is there anything else that's probably helping us? Probably this, only a little bit. An extra 10% of freeze resistance from the attribute power-ups. And let's see, is there damage to paralyzed enemies? Yep, getting an extra 2% from the attribute power-ups there. And I think that's pretty much it. If you just want to take an extra look at the stats that I'm getting from here too as well, that's won't be too much of a bad idea. Yeah, like I mentioned, I can get all my characters to level 421. I'm going to be getting an extra 300 focus and an extra 315 SP. And then my max link slot level is 22. My max percent slot level is 13, like I showed you earlier. As for the build, pretty much going to be the same as the one in the showcase here. Nothing really changed. And I'm going to be using this Joshiro. I only have one copy of him, so since I only have the one copy, his EX skill is only going to be at 18%, which is his EX Berserker. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Bonus abilities pretty much the same. Full stamina damage boosting the plus 200 SP. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into some content to see what this unit can do. Pretty much maxed out. Alright, so here we are in the link slot trials. There are a ranker enemies in here, so she will have killer. So do watch out for the status I'm going to pull on the ground though, because she is only immune to freeze at 200%. Unfortunately, her guild quest is no longer up anymore, so I can't take her in a Nightmare Difficulty Guild quest, but even if I was able to, she would obviously perform a lot better in there. I'll double check and see if I can take her into Epic Raids, but I don't think it's probably the right day for that, unfortunately. But I'll still see what I can do. So yeah, without her limit breaker quest being up, or not her limit breaker quest, actually no, this is a character that you can use for like the slot 1 stages in limit breaker quest, so maybe we can go in there and do like maybe just some runs to see how well she'll do in there, and maybe get maybe a faster clear time. I don't know, I just kind of don't want to do that because I can't use her 100% only, because I have to use other characters in there, and that's really why I probably won't go in there. Alright, so we'll do another run in here. Yeah, unfortunately there's not really much I can showcase her right now. I did do like a few more summons on the Burn the Witch banner after I just pretty much leveled up all the new characters that I got and stuff. Did like some resurrections that came out that I didn't have. And yeah, and by the time I just got another copy of this unit, her guild quest was just already gone. So not really much I can show her in right now, but you know, I mean, this character, Max Transcendence, will obviously be very, very good. We lost our full stam, so I guess we can take a look at this unit without the full stam. I'm hoping one day that maybe they'll add maybe very hard and nightmare difficulty to like co-op events, like maybe co-op and see, just make it a bit more difficult. And obviously if it's going to be more difficult, get more rewards from it. But you know, that's just me. Maybe get the super link slot potions from like very hard or nightmare difficulty co-op ones and stuff. That's what I think, at least. Alright, so for this run, I'm going to bring the Manor Banner Yumi Chika here. If you are unfamiliar as to what he does, he basically increases power attribute characters' strong attack damage by 20% and increases their movement speed by 30%. And as you can see, we are moving a bit faster. He also recovers stamina in between stages, as you just saw, so that's a nice source of healing. And we're also doing 20% more damage for our strong attacks, which is great. He is also a link slot potion unit, so he has I never check. He's a link slot potion unit for like super and regular ones, and I think he's also a droplet drop unit. So this is a character you will more than likely see in co-op content, because he's just like, in my opinion, one of the best support units in the game. And you know, if you're going to be using this Ninny in co-op content, you are more than likely going to be seeing this Yumi Chika all over the place, because he's very good. So yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there is much else to showcase about this unit. I mean, obviously we're going to be doing more damage. The EX skill increases by a decent amount and goes from 18% at 1 out of 5 to 30% 5 out of 5, which is a pretty nice increase actually. Alright, so here we are in an epic raid here. So as for the build, I mean, it's pretty much going to be the same still. It's just that here are the familiars I'm going to use for this epic raid. I have full stamina damage boost on these familiars here, and if we just take a look at how much I actually have, I have 165% full stamina damage boost. Now, if we lose that or take any damage, we are definitely going to have probably a harder time clearing it, because you know that is a lot of damage we're going to be missing out on. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in here and see what she can do. Now, the reason I brought this Ninny is because she is a new unit. She's going to be a boost character in this epic raid at the moment, and it just makes sense as to use her and like just to not use her really, because if you're going to be farming for these pots, you're definitely going to want to use her. See, now since we lost our full stem, we're not going to be doing as much damage. So our DPS is going to slow down quite a bit here. Yeah, as you can see, it's definitely not as much as it was before. But still decent, so we'll definitely be here for a little bit. And if you have some other, I mean, obviously this is like an epic raid, you're not going to be in here by yourself. You're more than likely going to have some characters that can probably heal you, and you'll be able to get your full stamina back a lot easier. So just go ahead and use that. Get out of there, stay right here. Should have went the other way, but we still managed to get out of it. Alright, so here I'll use the soul bomb. That's a good amount of damage. Use the EX move. Just waiting for our strong attacks to come back, and then yeah, finished it. Even without our force down, that was, I guess you could say, somewhat still pretty fast. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the Max Transcendence showcase of the Swimsuit Ninny. Overall, very good, very strong. Having 2 EX skills here is great. And just the increased strong attack damage is also going to be helpful out. So definitely, I think probably one of the strongest units in the game, in my opinion. And I'm not surprised, because it's a power attribute unit. The power attribute has always been like, while I've been playing the game, has just been the strongest attribute, really. Yeah, with all that being said, hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and as usual, until next time.